I am 34 years old and currently employed at a factory. I am fortunate enough to have 2 vacations each year and occasionally enjoy fishing on the weekends. I got married at an early age, and my wife and I have been living together for 14 years. When I returned from the Army, I saw her and instantly fell in love. However, I couldn't help but have some doubts about her faithfulness due to the fact that she had previously been in a relationship with my friend before choosing me. This made me question if everything was too simple. Although I lost a friend, I thought I had found love at the time. Over time, I often recalled conversations where close people would tell me that my wife was not my ideal match, and that she didn't measure up to my level. It became apparent to me that her world revolved around mundane everyday matters, leaving little room for deeper conversations. Unfortunately, whenever I came home exhausted from work, she would burden me with a variety of household problems that urgently needed attention, such as wallpaper changes or rearrangements. On top of this, she struggled to find employment due to her fear of being rejected for maternity leave. Despite these challenges, I wouldn't say we were completely unhappy. Before the birth of our first child, we experienced moments of joy and excitement. We even had the means to go on vacations in different cities, allowing us to rejuvenate and experience a change of scenery. However, after our daughter was born, I found myself solely responsible for supporting our family of 3, including myself. This led me to seek out part-time jobs while my wife took care of our baby. It seemed that she grew particularly lonely and found solace in a couple who were also friends and had a child around the same age. Our family started spending all our weekends together, and our lives transformed from mundane to vibrant. Interacting with my wife's friend was quite interesting, as I discovered her intelligence and multifaceted qualities. Surprisingly, we became very close friends. During our conversations, she confided in me about her marital issues, mentioning that her husband was lazy and not bringing in any money. This information didn't sit well with my wife, who was already insecure about our new friendship. Hoping to maintain peace at home, I distanced myself from them. Meanwhile, my wife constantly expressed her desire to have another child, but I realized that we weren't in the right position to do so. One day, out of curiosity, I reached out to our friend and inquired about my husband's sudden possession of 200,000 rubles. I asked if he had confided in her about the source of the money. She responded that she was unaware and didn't have time to delve into the matter. Returning home, my wife excitedly announced that she was pregnant. However, I was taken aback because I knew the timing didn't align with her announcement. I couldn't wrap my head around the situation for a couple of days until I remembered that we had a joint deposit under her name with 200,000 rubles. I requested a transaction history for this account, but it took quite a scandalous exchange to finally obtain the data. To my astonishment, I discovered that our money was not in the account, and instead, it had been transferred to our friend's husband. I invited my friends over to discuss what had been happening, and what I discovered was truly shocking. It turns out that my wife, in her fear of me leaving the family, paid our friend to have a baby for her. They planned to make it seem like it was my child. While I had grown accustomed to my wife's unconventional behavior, and had even come to expect her infidelity, this revelation still caught me off guard. However, my friend was absolutely stunned by her husband's involvement. He had been seeking easy money, only to lose everything in the process. In the midst of this surreal situation, I found solace in the fact that I had already prepared myself for a potential betrayal from my wife. It felt as though a heavy weight had been lifted off my shoulders. I realized that neither she nor I, with our respective temperaments, would ever be able to forgive such a deception. Although this storyline may sound like something out of a Hollywood movie, it is unfortunately my own life, unfolding only 25 kilometers away from Moscow, in a serene and familiar town where everyone knows each other. Word of this scandal has spread throughout our town, but I find that I no longer care about the opinions of others. I am finally free, and my friend has also been liberated from her own unhappy circumstances. With a fresh start ahead of us, we can now build new lives unburdened by the past.